Hey mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to another Monday Mindset episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Before we jump into today's quote, I have to say this one feels a little special because it's episode 299, which means the next episode is episode 300. And if you've been around here for a while, you know two things about me. I'm always reflecting and I'm pretty sentimental. I love celebrating milestones. So when I sat down to outline episode 300, I really wanted it to be something special, something meaningful. But when I started writing it, the episode took a turn that I really wasn't expecting it to. It ended up being a little raw, very real, and probably one of the most honest episodes I've recorded to date. And after I finish my Tuesday episodes, I always come back and I look for a quote that complements the message for our Money Mindset episodes. And when I came across this particular quote, it completely resonated with how I've managed to get through the past year. So here it is. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived, by Robert Jordan. So let's jump in and break it down. Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life's weekly empowering episode of Monday's Motivational Mindset. And you know what that means. It's time to kickstart your week with a boost of inspiration, positivity, and a full lot of motivation. Working moms, I get it. Mondays can be tough. We all know that. But they're also a chance for a fresh start, a new opportunity, and the perfect day to set the tone for a successful week ahead. I'm Carrie Pat, your host and fellow working mom. Every week, I'll be sharing a motivational quote when we'll break it down, share stories, and uncover the wisdom it holds for our unique journey as working moms. So whether you're getting ready for work, making those school lunches, or just enjoying a quiet moment alone, let's dive into this week's dose of motivation. Let's make this Monday count. I came across this quote and it just really stuck with me. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and it survived, by Robert Jordan. When you first hear that quote or read it, it's so easy to picture that oak tree as the strong one, the tall, it's solid, it's unmovable. And when the storm comes, that same strength can actually become its weakness because it refuses to move. The willow, on the other hand, it doesn't try to fight the storm. It bends with it, it sways, it adapts, and because of that, it survives. And that metaphor can be so fitting for us working moms because we end up spending so many years trying to be that oak. We try to hold everything up. We try to stay strong no matter what life throws our way. We push through the exhaustion. We power through stress. We ignore what our body is telling us because somewhere along the way, we convinced ourselves that being strong meant never bending. But real life, it doesn't work that way. Life brings storms. Sometimes those storms look like health scares. Sometimes they look like grief. Sometimes they look like work stress or family responsibilities or seasons where everything feels just heavier than usual. And in those moments, trying to stand rigid like that oak tree can totally actually break us. But the willow, it teaches us a different way. Strength doesn't always have to look like pushing harder. Sometimes strength looks like adjusting. Sometimes strength looks like slowing down. Sometimes strength looks like saying, this season is different and I need to move differently in it. And for some of us, that might mean protecting our health. For some of us, it might mean setting better work boundaries. For others, it might mean letting go of a timeline we once felt so attached to. And that doesn't mean that you're giving up. It means that we're learning how to bend without breaking because the goal isn't to power through life until we collapse. The goal is to build a life that we can actually sustain. And sometimes that requires us to move like the willow, to be flexible, adaptive, rooted, but willing to sway when the wind comes. So here's my challenge for you this week, mamas. I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, where am I trying to be the oak when I really need to be the willow? Is there an area in your life where you're just pushing too hard? Are you ignoring what your body is telling you? Did you go make those mammogram appointments, mamas? Go make them. This is your sign. If you haven't done it this year, go get it done. Or are you holding onto a timeline that's creating more stress than progress? What would it look like to bend just a little bit in this area this week? Not quitting, not giving up, just adjusting in a way that protects your energy and your peace. Because bending is not a weakness. Sometimes bending is actually what allows us to keep going. And if today's episode resonated with you, I think tomorrow's episode is really going to hit home because tomorrow I'm releasing episode 300 of this podcast, which honestly just feels so surreal to say out loud. And in that episode, I'm sharing a very real reflection on this past year, the highs, the really hard moments, the unexpected turns, and the lessons that came from learning how to bend so that I didn't break. It's probably one of the most honest episodes I've ever recorded. So, whether you've been listening for a while or if you're newer to this show, I'd really love for you to join me on that one. And until then, remember, you don't always have to be that oak. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is bend like the willow and just keep going. I'll hopefully see you back here tomorrow for episode 300. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes, and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories, and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.